One man who has been part of the tapestry of the history of this club has won 5 FA Cups, 4 League Cups, 10 Charity Community Shields, 1 European Cup Winners' Cup, 1 European Super Cup, 2 Champions League titles, Intercontinental Cup, 1 FIFA Club World Cup, and 13 Premier League titles. The impossible dream made possible by the greatest British manager ever, Sir Alex Ferguson.
How do you mess up being Manchester United? Seriously, we're talking about one of the biggest football clubs on the planet. Forget that. We're talking about one of the biggest brands on the planet. They're not just football, they transcended football. 20 league titles, 3 European Cups, millions of fans around the world, maybe even billions. The greatest manager in football history. If there was one club that should have been built for long-term success, it was Manchester United. And yet, over a decade after Sir Alex retired, the question people keep asking is the same. What on earth happened? Because in 2013, Manchester United were champions of England. And again, they had just won the Premier League by 11 points. Sir Alex Ferguson had turned a team many thought was past its best into title winners. Then he announced he was leaving. Most people thought United would be fine, nothing will happen, it'll be okay. After all, great clubs survive great managers, right? Except Ferguson wasn't just a manager. He was the system. He was the core. He was that club's heartbeat. For 26 years, he controlled everything. He decided the culture. He managed the egos. He knew when to move players on. He made average players better and great players accountable. Most importantly, he adapted. He won titles for different generations, the Hardmen of the 90s, the class of 92, the Ronaldo and Rooney era. Football changed, Sir Alex changed with it. And when he left, Manchester United lost more than a manager. They lost the man holding the entire thing together. His replacement, David Moyes. Now, to be fair to Moyes, he was handed an impossible job. The only thing he had in common with Sir Alex Ferguson was that they're both Scottish. Imagine replacing the greatest manager for your sport had ever seen. At the biggest club in your country. No pressure, but from the beginning it felt wrong. The confidence disappeared, the fear factor disappeared. Teams stopped walking into Old Trafford expecting to lose, and now they want to win. They're going for the throat. Manchester United finished 7th after winning the league in the previous season, and suddenly the impossible question became very real. Maybe this wasn't just a bad year. Maybe United had bigger problems. Then came Louis van Gaal, a respected manager with a brilliant resume. He brought structure, he brought discipline. He also brought football so slow and predictable that watching United became an endurance test. It became a chore. Then when there were moments of promise, an FA Cup, young players coming through, but the excitement just wasn't there. So United moved on. Then came Jose Mourinho.
3 for me and 2 for them. Respect.
One of the greatest managers of his generation, the special one. Every name under the sun you could give Jose Mourinho. That one described him the most, the special one. If anyone could bring Man United back, surely it was him. And for a while it looked possible. A Europa League trophy, a League Cup, a second place finish in the league, but Mourinho kept warning everyone about deeper problems. The recruitment, the structure, lack of football vision. At the time, many fans thought he was making excuses. Years later, a lot of people wondering if he was actually right. Then came Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And for a brief moment, United felt like Manchester United again. The comeback wins, the counterattacks, the connection between the team and the fans. Ole understood the club because he had lived it. He gave supporters hope, but hope isn't enough. When the pressure increased, the flaws remained. The squad still felt incomplete. The identity wasn't clear. And United once again started over. This time, Erik ten Hag. A Dutch manager took Ajax to a Champions League semi-final. He looked better in his first season, but the issues still persisted. It all showed in his second season. United embarrassed by the top dogs in England and grouped in the Champions League. But during this time, United seemed to be changing things in the background. The Glazer family, who have hamstrung United for the past 20 years, seemed to want to leave. Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos bought 25% of the club. They have big plans, new stadiums, title ambition, and a controversial motto: put Manchester back into Manchester United. Their first big decision was keeping Ten Hag. Arguably there was one, as he left after a horrible start to the next season. Now I say arguably because hiring his successor Ruben Amorim was probably the worst one. Under him, United finished 15th. Yes, you heard that right. 1-5, 15th. And lost the Europa League final to guess who? Guess who? Spurs. How do you lose to Spurs? I don't get it. But lately, United seem to be on the up. After hiring club legend Michael Carrick, it seems United may have figured it all out, although there's still a long way to go. The truth is, Manchester United's decline wasn't caused by one bad transfer or one bad manager. It was death by 1,000 cuts. No long-term planning, poor recruitment, constant resets, panicked decisions, trying to chase success instead of building it. The club that once set the standard of English football had become reactive instead of proactive. And maybe that's the hardest part for United fans, because they remember what greatness looked like. They remembered the late winners, the intimidating atmosphere, the feeling that no game was truly over. They remember expecting trophies instead of hoping for them. For younger Man United fans, Man United are a giant trying to discover itself. For older fans, they're a reminder that nothing lasts forever, not even dynasties. But here's the thing, football moves in cycles. Liverpool waited, Arsenal waited. Even Manchester City spent decades in the wilderness before becoming dominant. Manchester United still have the history, the fan base, the resources. The question is whether they can come back. The question is whether they finally learn from their mistakes that dragged them here in the first place. Because one day, Manchester United will win again. They will win the Premier League again. They will win the Champions League again. The real mystery is this: will it happen because they rebuilt the right way, or because one of football's biggest clubs got lucky enough to stumble into success? Only time will tell, but one thing is for certain: placing Sir Alex Ferguson was never going to be difficult. It was impossible. And for more than a decade, Manchester United have been living with the consequences.